Okay, so let's proceed with the installation for the Gaia OS, and this will be working like a security gateway. I'll select the installer file. This file is selected. I'll say next. I'll select with other, or I can select Linux, whatever, with that 2.4x 64-bit kernel. This is going to work like my checkpoint security gateway appliance. This is the path where you normally store the virtual machine files. Select next. I want to give him, let us say, 40 GB as the space stored there as a single file, and customize the hardware here where I can give it a better RAM of 8 gigs, processor of a couple of vCPUs, make it to bridged. That's all. We're finished with this. Power on the appliance. Take it to install Gaia on the system, hit enter. Very similar option like we did for the gateway installation. Sorry, SMS installation. Only thing is, during the initialization of this particular operating system, we should define whether we are going to work as a gateway or we are going to work as a management server. So yes, I want to proceed with the installation option over here. Select the US language or the language that you are okay with. I want to mess with any system partitions over here. I take the default. I set up the password. Sorry, here we go. I'll give him the IP of 140, let's say, and my gateway is at .1. I select OK. Let me go with the installation process. Okay, so the installation is complete, and let's reboot the appliance. All right, so we are here for the device is rebooted, and it's just asking me for the login prompt, and it goes, the default username is admin. The password is what you have set up during the configuration. You can set a host name over here. Say this is CP security gateway for me. If I see here, show interface ETH0, my management port, I can see here the IP address is .140. Okay, right here. And I can say save config, and I can go to the GUI of it. So take a browser, and I can say HTTPS 192.168.1.140. Sorry, that should be 140, and accept the certificate risk because it's a POC lab environment. That's okay for me. Admin, the password what you set up during installation, and it will ask you to initialize the product now. So I want to continue with this R81 configuration. This is what we have configured as a management IP. The default gateway is set as .1, and over that, the product can reach to internet. Say next. my primary DNS and my secondary DNS is set up. If you want, you can connect with a proxy server as well. Take the time with NTP. If you have an NTP server, define the NTP server primary and the secondary addresses. And if not, then you can set up time manually to take the system time by default. So in my case, I'm setting the time as manual option over here. So I'll take my system default time. Now here's important sections of installation type, whether I want to install this as a security gateway or as a security management. I have to select that and say next. Now I want to install this as a security gateway. So uncheck the security management option over here. And by clicking on or by checking on this particular radio button for automatically download the software blades and contracts, it means you can, this product gets connected to internet and automatically gets updates for the different software blades and features. That's a good practice. Does this gateway have a dynamically assigned IP address? So the answer is no. This is for the SIG communication. Regarding SIG, I'll tell you at a separate lecture, the complete details about it. But you know from the previous videos that SIG is basically, it's a secure internal communication protocol, which is used by the security management server to communicate with the security gateway. So it is kind of an authentication protocol so that any ROG devices does not get accidentally added to the manager and starts polling for the configurations and policies and all. So it's a very simple thing, right? So we are going to configure a SIG password over here, and the same password would be used when you are trying to add the security gateway to the manager. All right. So say I keep a security password for SIG. Okay, it's done. Say select next. The device will be configured as a security gateway. That's fine. I can uncheck that. Not to send data to my checkpoint portal. That's fine about this particular product. And this will start the configuration process. I say yes to that. And my initialization of this particular Gaia OS as a security gateway is in process. So where do you want to add anything extra to this?
No, Biswajit, that's understandable, right? The same procedure like we do in the SMS applies here as well, just the selection. And I mean, only when we select as the security gateway, we get the option to configure the SIG, right?
Configure SIG. Correct.
The SIG password, OTP or password to use.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so it is done with the initialization. It is asking for rebooting. And if you check the CLI as well, the CLI will also get rebooted. Here we go. All right, so let me re-log in again with the configured username and the password. And we are inside this operating system graphical user interface. And this is going to work like a security gateway. In the upcoming videos, I will talk more about this particular Gaia operating system walkthrough. I will talk about the different options that we have inside this operating system. So we'll do a portal walkthrough in the upcoming videos. So that's it for the installation part on the VMware Workstation. The next module will talk about installation of the product in EVNG and how to set up lab of your checkpoint, checkpoint products using EVNG. All right, thank you. I'll see you in the next lecture.